Hey everybody, you are not going to believe what this place looks like today. I came home and it's like the Amazon jungle. Come on, let me show you. Can you believe the size of these leaves? I just can't believe how big they got since I've been gone. It's like everything grew. And we had a lot of rain that really contributed towards the growth, but a lot of it is because of the chips. I just have been chipping this whole area, and the soil has improved tremendously. It was nothing but sand before, but you can see how lush and beautiful these plants are. Do you remember these plants over here? I planted them about a year ago. Look how big they've gotten. These are just regular house plants that people grow in their houses because they can't grow them outside. But because our winters are so mild, they survived the winter. And they came back like gangbusters. I mean, they're just doing beautifully. I think caladiums are like really underrated. They're just so beautiful and they come in so many different colors. This is one of my favorite ones. I love the dark purple veins. And this is the banana pup that I planted several months ago, probably about 6 months ago now. And as you can see, it's doing pretty good. Now come on over here, I want to show you something else. This is my tree fern. Now this thing, once it starts really growing, is going to be fantastic. It'll get really tall. The problem with these is that they have to grow in the shade, which kind of limits how tall they can really get because there's an oak tree here. So I don't know if that's going to keep it from growing as tall as its potential or not. But as you can see, the leaves are really beautiful. Over here, I've got a plum tree. Hopefully next year I'll get some plums. These raspberries are super healthy. They've been growing like crazy. A few months ago we had an incredible crop. I mean, they blossomed like crazy and the fruit was unbelievable. However, they had no taste whatsoever. It tasted like you were eating water. So I'm really thinking about getting rid of them. But I don't have anyone to give them to. And I hate the idea of cutting them down, killing them. But sometimes when you're a gardener, you've got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. So I think this is kind of one of those deals where I'm going to have to fold these guys because sun is a rare commodity here. I'm running out of space and sun. And I have 2 cherry trees that I want to plant in this row. And I'm going to keep them dwarfed, but these raspberries are going to have to go. I hate to say it in front of them. Remember when I planted the bamboo last year? Well, it's finally taking off. This is one of the smaller ones. Take a look at some of the others. I really like this one here. This one here is really thick poles. Do they call them poles? There's a few more things back this way I want to show you. This is my moringa tree. I got this, it was about, maybe 6 inches tall. I guess about 6 months ago, maybe. And it's growing really well. Oh, there's the cutest little lizard. You have to see this little lizard. He's just a little baby. Is that adorable or what? Okay, and over here, I've got kiwi. This is my kiwi plant. And take a look at where it's going. It's going way up into this oak tree. I don't know how in the world we'll ever manage to harvest kiwi, but we didn't get an arbor built, so this is the next best thing. While we're here, I want you to take a look at these banana plants. Aren't they huge? Now the question is, will they ever bear fruit? I'm waiting, I'm waiting. This is the area that grew weeds like crazy. This is where old Rocky was born and raised. What a job I've had trying to clear this area out. Come on in, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm only half through. These are my poor blueberry plants. Some are weeded and some aren't yet. And this is my fig tree. And see all the figs? And let's see, there's old Rocky. Still sitting where I left him. So let me show you the rest of the garden. Come on. Still a lot of weeding to be done. Look at this fern. You know, I always complain about Florida and all the heat and the humidity, but there's some plants that really thrive, and these ferns are one of them, as long as you keep them in the shade. And these are Tricolor Ginger. It's not the kind of ginger that you eat. In fact, I don't know why they call it ginger. And these are my bird of paradise that I had planted last year. They survived the winter, and they've come back up nicely. The only plants that are suffering right now are these canna. I was getting so many on the other side that I transplanted these, so they're taking a while to recover. This garden here is just thriving too. I love these banana plants. Look at the variegated leaves. They're so beautiful. It's a much smaller variety than the ones I have on the other side, but to me they're really beautiful. These are the cherry trees that I need to transplant over where the raspberries are. I've got one here and one on that side, and I've just recently trimmed them back because they were stretching all the way across the path. This is a variegated ginger. Also not edible, just pretty. But both of these are. And this one over here is another type of ginger, but I think this one is edible. And I don't even remember how I got that or where I got it. Getting old is a pain in the neck. This is sea grape. They have edible grapes. I've never tasted one yet. I heard they're not like fantastic, but you can eat them. And they grow pretty tall too. So I think they're going to be a real nice addition to this area. I guess we need to go over this side of the garden so you can see what I got going on over here. Come on. That's all that's left of my poor strawberries. Old Rocky really put a hurt into them. This is my pomegranate. This year I actually had a blossom. One beautiful red blossom. But no pomegranates yet. Maybe next year. This poor baby. I mean, ow, 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 ow. It got me back. This little baby has really suffered. It's my lemon tree. It's a Meyer lemon. And the poor thing, I mean, Rocky just practically smothered it. The sacrifices we all made for Rocky. But take a look at these bananas. What I did with these banana plants is my grandson and I dug a big hole in the center, and we put all kinds of compost in there. And so now these banana plants are drawing from that compost that we put in. And as you can see, they are really super healthy. They just need to produce. Every day I come out and I'm looking for that flower, but nothing yet. Here's a couple more bamboo stands that we planted. They're doing really well. Boy, do we need to weed. Here, let me show you what they look like when they come out of the ground. See this little one? When they come out of the ground, you just see this little tip. Now, if you run over them with a lawnmower, it will kill them. In fact, that's what they do a lot of times if they start running where you don't want them to run. They just tell you to go out and run the mower over them, and that takes care of it. But these are not supposed to be running. These are the standing type. It rained last night. As you can see, I'm not doing a whole lot with my vegetable garden right now. I don't like to grow in the summer. It's too hot, too buggy. But this is, what time is it? About 9 o'clock, right, Noah?
Yep.
9 o'clock in the morning, and everything's already started to wilt. It goes through that every single day. But anyway, I do have some peppers here. Pineapple plant. Here's my papaya. Got lots of fruit on it. We actually had one of the papayas ripen the day before we left for Georgia. And I thought, well, we're going to take that with us when we leave in the morning. So what happens? Get up in the morning, and the one that was ripe was completely eaten. So you know that's not one rat or one raccoon. This is my mango tree. It's yet to produce fruit, hopefully this year. And this is my Stevia. This is another one of those things that I say, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I'm going to be folding this baby. I just don't like it. It just doesn't taste good. I've got lots of bush beans that I've planted. They're blossoming and starting to put on little pods. And here's my asparagus. I've got a decision to make. I don't know whether to take these to Georgia or leave them here. It's a hard decision. If I take them, it's going to set them back yet again. But when I move, I want my asparagus. Anyway, thanks for coming on the tour. Hope you enjoyed it. And next time I'll do a tour of my front yard. Have a great day and God bless.